Well, it's been 1 week since Donald Trump was sworn in as the President of the United States. And forget about judging his first 100 days in office. Just look at his first 7. It would be hard to find another world leader in history that has moved at the speed of Donald Trump. Trump has spent his first week in office moving to fulfil campaign promises on immigration, on cracking down on the southern border, on gender, on pardoning January 6 rioters, just to name a few. And early polls show that Trump's approval ratings are higher now than they were during most of his first term. And what does that tell you? Just how much of an appetite there is to have Donald Trump back. Plenty of people were just so unhappy under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They are cheering to have a real president back. So whether you agree with all of his policy positions or not, you know what you're getting. But what stood out to me is that Donald Trump is bringing back over 8,000 military members who were unfairly fired because they didn't want to get the COVID jab. These people should have never been fired in the first place, but Donald Trump hasn't forgotten about them. He's not only bringing them back, he's making sure they get full back pay and full benefits. What a win for every person that refused to be pressured or bullied into making a health and medical choice for themselves, not what the government told them to do. And it just shows how absolutely outrageous it was that people were put in this position in the first place. And it's interesting, more than 5 years after the pandemic, the CIA has now concluded that the outbreak of COVID likely started due to a lab leak. For years, anyone who was interested in exploring that theory, well, they were shut down, they were silenced, and of course, labelled a conspiracy theorist. The Australian reports that Joe Biden's own probe into the origins of COVID silenced intelligence agency scientists who concluded that COVID-19 was most likely genetically engineered. The Australian also reports that sources familiar with the events that unfolded in that top secret investigation said the scientists were shocked when their input was removed. That is from the final report. And as time goes on, it's clearer than ever that the Biden administration was one that was obsessed with censorship and control. And with Donald Trump back, we're already getting more truth and more transparency.